today. This is Joseph R. Wheeler III, the artist, the founder, the president of the ONYXCON Foundation. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Back up in this thing. Back up in this thing. Let me get all my settings right. There we go. There we go. We got to make it right for just the main ones. For my subscribers. Subscribers can holler if they want to holler. Everybody else can sit on the sidelines and watch the game. Shout out to my monetization nation, all my people. Yo, shout out to my monetization nation for real. For real, for real. When I tell y'all, I looked at my numbers this morning. And I'm excited because I think in the last 2 days, we got 10 new subscribers. Yeah, because we were at 1,132. Now we're at 1,142. Like that. We're going to do this thing, y'all. I believe in all of us. I think y'all starting to see it. Y'all starting to feel the vision. People starting to appreciate the multi-niche channel concept. You know what I'm saying? Not a one-trick pony, one thing. You're going to get over here. We giving you all we got for you. You know, folks starting to see it. They see it in the light, and I appreciate it. I really do. Shout out to all my peoples out there in LA. Yeah, I'm rocking my, for y'all, I'll call it a beanie. But see, here in Atlanta, what we call this right here, this here is a skull cap. That's a skull cap. Or a scully. Okay? Scully, skull cap. Okay? That's ATL for you. That's what we talking about. In Atlanta, we call that that's the skull cap. That's the scully. All right? So yeah, you know, wrap up that dome, wrap up that meat. Cujo Goody said in that famous Good Mob track, wrap up that meat. It's getting cold outside, wrap up that meat. Yeah, it's 64 today. You can feel it. That wind make it feel more like 60-ish. If you get in the right little, it's one of them days, it's a true fall day. We've had a couple other days that were kind of fallish, and the leaves been changing. Most of them have changed and everything. But like a real fall day, a true fall day, is today in Atlanta. Like this feels how last week and the week before in October should have felt. Because I always say like by the last 2 weeks of October, it should feel like it felt today, feeling today. Or definitely that last week of October. But last week of October, we were still hitting 80s and stuff. And 70-something degrees, it was crazy. Global warming is real. Yeah, it ain't even a debate. I mean, just it's goofy when people don't know enough about science to understand what the hell is going on. But make sure you recycle. If you have access to recycling, please do. We about that life, so I like to encourage that. Other public service announcement, make sure all my American citizens, abroad and inland, here or and abroad, because you can vote abroad too, vote. Damn it, vote. Okay? Vote. You gotta vote. Thank you. Appreciate the thumbs up. Lefty GTAG, what's happening? How you doing? Got us a subscriber in the building. I appreciate you, my monetization nation. Those are my real ones. Only a subscriber can holler at me, so I know you must be a real one. I appreciate you. Much respect. So, yeah, where you from? Where you from, Lefty? Where you at? Where you from? Talk to me. Like to know where my subscribers are from. But yo, we got this election tomorrow, Tuesday. Presidential election day. Now, as a nonprofit arts and creative lifestyle organization, 501c3 nonprofit organization, ONYXCON, I am your founder and president, the artist official. I can't tell you who to vote for. I'm not here to tell you that. But I am going to always, this is a critical election. This is more than an election, y'all. This is more than an election. This is literally, in my opinion, you know, every election in the history of this country and in the history of my lifetime has been important. There's no such thing as an unimportant election. And that's for everybody who understands the electoral process and voting and all that. And understands too that when people start talking all that, oh, it don't matter, it's all, you know, people use the phrase, they say the right wing, left wing, one bird. True. Until now. This ain't that year. This ain't left wing, right wing, one bird. No. This is one bird that wanted his own feathers has created his own mob, okay? Now, mind you, let me say this, because I gotta say it. Views and opinions expressed by yours truly do not necessarily reflect those of ONYXCON's affiliates, associates, sponsors, etc. This is Joseph R. Wheeler III, speaking for Joseph R. Wheeler III, giving commentary, okay? Just like I would give commentary of anyone else that I come across and do reaction videos, things of that nature. I'm talking about my own points of view right now, okay? All right, but I feel like what makes this election situation so different, this is literally, like I said, there's a mob mentality. There's so much of a mob mentality going on with a certain cult of personality that the so-called party, the person that's supposed to represent, don't even want to have nothing to do with him. Some of the affiliates of that are done with him. Now, when that happens, that ought to tell you something. It's not politics as usual. This is a division of everything. This is divisive. This is a lot of nonsense. And I mean, I ain't gonna spend too much time on this because, like I say, we're not here for politics. But politics affect us, so it would behoove me, as the leader of an arts and creative lifestyle organization, to speak on how it affects our bottom line, because there can be no ONYXCON if there's no support for the arts. And for the record, if you want to just look at it from that perspective, and there's so many other perspectives I could get into as to why she has my vote. Okay, she has my vote already because I voted early, but there's so many other perspectives I could get into, but I'm gonna just go back to the historic element of the fact, absolute fact, look it up for yourself, that during the unfortunate how the hell that nightmare happened with all of the hacking and other nonsense going on, that the clown got into a state of power. And during that time of the clown's diabolical reign, they were trying their damnedest to destroy the National Endowment for the Arts. If you know what the National Endowment for the Arts is, you understand that organization and a few others like it, but it being probably the most powerful in the United States for the arts and for the support of the arts and for the upliftment of the arts and continuum of the arts in this country, that would have been absolutely disastrous had that person been able to push forward their evil regime in order of trying to eliminate the National Endowment for the Arts. That would have overnight killed off arts programs. See, they don't see the silliness of people who are siding with this nonsense, with the evil empire mentality. They don't understand. They think that they're protected. They think their money is protected. They think that if they're rich, that he's for us. And then you got even poor people who ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out, who think he's going to help us get rich. Rich, poor, anybody. Your arts organizations would have died overnight. If you have children, if you have nieces and nephews, if you have grown adult people in your life that are creatives, and see, a lot of people don't even understand what art really is. You would have seen the end of cultural centers, community centers that are funded by tax dollars, because most of those that are county funded, that's government funded, and part of their main budget comes from the National Endowment for the Arts. In Atlanta, we are very blessed with the efforts of so many progressive-minded, open-minded, respect-minded, intelligent individuals to have in every community, Black community, white community, Latin community, Asian community, multi-ethnic communities, we have art centers. We have these huge, beautiful art facilities. And they are primarily there for that reason, but they're also used for people's weddings. They are oftentimes voting centers. Yes, these are places where people convene to vote, just like your libraries and other publicly funded facilities. Art centers, okay? All of that would have went straight to hell if this monster had had his way. Enough is a god. We are not going back. All right, so that's all I got to say on that. It didn't happen because enough people other people's voted into power to combat that nonsense, kept it from happening. But with this project nightmare that is pending on the results of tomorrow's results, and the fact that it even exists, I'm gonna tell you something. And again, views and opinions expressed, this is just my own. I feel like the Electoral College is gonna go with the popular vote. And the popular vote is for the conscious mind state, the progressive mind state, the logical mind state of her. And that is what time it is, and I'm all for it. But I think what's going to be sad is there's going to be, like never before, a lot of visceral, ugly reaction from those who will not be able to concede a loss. And because they're already wanting to create a whole nother regime, there's going to be a lot of problems. I don't want to speak towards it being the ugliest situations that I know are going to probably happen, but I'm hoping that people are going to just stay away from conflict. You know what I'm saying? Just go the other way when you know some BS about to jump off so that you don't get yourself caught up. You know? Because the crazy has already began, and it's only, going to get worse, I would assume, for tomorrow. But I saw a video that was so disturbing this morning. I didn't even want to look at it. And you know how you see something, you're like, man, it's a video. As soon as you know it's a video and somebody's talking about something crazy, you don't even want to see it. But in this video, right? But in this video, and it was being interpreted and broken down, analyzed on our good brother Roland Martin's channel. Shout out to Roland Martin. That is a real one, man. Roland Martin is the truth. I like Roland. We support Roland. I often agree with a lot of his perspectives on most things. He's just really on point, and he's for the people, period. But he's definitely for the black community to get our just due and give respect to people's legacies and opportunities and just the whole nine, And they were showing how at this one polling place, I think it was in South Carolina, some nutball, racist redneck type came up in there, and it clearly is a law. It is a law. L-A-W, it's a law. Not a, if you want to, you don't have to. But no, it's L-A-W. It's a freaking law that you cannot go into a political polling area wearing any kind of political slogan, anything that's obviously promoting a certain candidate. You can't do it. By law, you can't do it. Okay? And, and I know some people probably get turned around all the time on both sides of whichever side you want to vote, because people get happy and proud. I'm about to go out and cast my vote, and I'm thinking about the person I'm voting for. So maybe you got a t-shirt, you got a hat, whatever. You step out the door and you got your stuff on, and you get there and they're like, no, sir, no, ma'am, you can't come in here with that on. Now, if you're any kind of respectful citizen, you just like, oh, snap, yeah, I am wearing that. I'm sorry. I'll go take it off, put it in the car, and come back. Even if you've been waiting in line or whatever, or hell, you've been waiting in line. Yo, in this case, he knew what he was doing. He was being belligerent on purpose. He wanted to start. He wanted to smoke. And, the ladies, and this is what was really pissed me off. It was nothing but older black women for the most part who had to confront this grown-ass man and keep telling him nicely, like, look, this, if you don't mind, sir, you just need to take that. You can't wear that. You can't do that. That's against the laws of this, that. And he's acting like he gonna physically fight these women. I was like, what kind of sissy-ass bitch is this dude? Yeah, I said it. I'm speaking real today, y'all. Sorry. I'm like, what kind of man you think you are, man? You, like, really? I'm like, man, oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. And it was one of them situations where you just like, man, there were no men, unfortunately, in the group. It was all ladies holding down the polls. And they were not all black. There was even some older white ladies that came up and tried to calm his ass down. And he acted like he gonna fight them too. I was like, oh, this one here. I was like, man. Oh, man. And that was not something I needed to see like first thing in the morning. You know what I mean? You should probably just, this is why they say don't look at your phone first thing. But I do this. This is business for me. So I got to do what I got to do for ONYXCON. I got to check our numbers, start contemplating what content I'm going to put out for the day, when I might go live like this. It's a lot of parts to this thing, But it ain't, yeah. Yeah. It ain't good, yo. It ain't good. It's just not good. It's not good for your mind and your heart to see that kind of nonsense. And to know that if that's, you know, I know the mentality is out here, for sure, for sure. I see it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the Metro ATL area. I see it everywhere. I see the signs in the yards. I see the signs not in the yards. You know what I'm saying? I see the people who live in a neighborhood where it's in, you can see there's a certain mentality that's on that tip. And then you got other people, they just not saying nothing because they don't want the conflict. But I know they not with that BS. And that's why they ain't got no signs in their yard. They're just like, it ain't your, I don't care what you think of my opinion on my voting. I agree with that. Like, personally, I don't want nothing in my yard. Hell no. You don't need to know how I'm thinking like that. You want to know how I'm thinking? Come over here to ONYXCON and subscribe. Yeah, I'll speak on it, but no, we not going to, you know, not the place I lay my head. No, you're not about to, no. Because anybody coming for me and mine, all hell and another layer going to be all it's going to be to the end of it. Done. It's not going to, no one's going out over no nonsense. Not going to do it. Not going to tolerate it. So I was just sad to see that. And because I know it's going to be more BS. It's just going to be more and more because they're not going to be able to handle the loss. They're not going to be able to handle losing to this, you know, nonsense that they're pushing. Enough people are fed up. I mean, you got major legends who are representing. Shout out to Harrison Ford. Shout out to Mark Hamill. I'm talking Luke Skywalker, Han Solo. I'm like, how can you be a sci-fi fan and not see the logic in these people if they were your idols growing up? How could you, what's wrong with your mind that you couldn't, these legends, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, character on screen is a character, that's not the person, but still, if you really admire their whole career and things they've accomplished and seen them in interviews and you like their personality and stuff, how could you not? Yeah. It's weird. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like I say, on this kind of organization, we're not here to sway your perspective. Me personally, I'm just here to speak on it. If it ends up swaying your perspective, you made that decision, not ONYXCON. We just giving you information. That's what we do. That's what we do. We do edutainment. We give you information. If you're here for it, cool. We got something for you. If you want to stay asleep, stay asleep. If you want to be woke for real, what the word really means, not once it was tried to be redefined by evil agenda folks on some other political BS. How you gonna take somebody else's word? We've been saying this forever, and suddenly you wanna turn the word against us and make other people think, yeah, that just means that you don't like. No. That's not, no. None of what you talking about got nothing to do with the word. We talking about real logic. We talking about real common sense. We talking about real decency and ethics. And if none of that applies to you, then yeah, you got mental problems and you need to get a checkup, but we know you're not gonna do that. So we're gonna single you out and call you what you is. Your ass sleep at the wheel. And what happens when you sleep at the wheel? You crash. You crash. You know? Yeah, y'all. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, y'all. But we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. I'm trying to see this person's icon. I wish you could see people's logos and these little tiny ass avatars that pop up when somebody makes a comment. I can't tell what it is. It looks like it might be a little gorilla or something. The guy Lefty, whoever who said hi or whatever. I like to see who's talking. Because just because they subscribe, that don't mean they on our side of wisdom. I like to know who's in the room so I can look them up later and see if they good people or not. What side of consciousness they on. What side of enlightenment they on. What side of the art life are they on. You know, we like to know. We like to know. Yeah. Shout out to all the beard gang, you know what I'm saying? Everybody with the beard. Fellas, we back. We ain't never left, but you know when it get cold, that's when the ladies really want to snuggle up next to us with all this fur. Ain't that right, ladies? Ladies be wanting to snuggle up to us with this fur on our face when it get cold outside. Then they really like, I mean, then they be like, ooh, I need some of that. They need that soft fur on them. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna switch topics because, like I said, I didn't want to get on here and talk too much on that topic. But I do want to say one more time, and I'm gonna be done with it. Make sure you vote. It's so critical. It's beyond. It ain't like, it's not even. This time it ain't even. You know, people, oh, it's life or death. It's this, that, that. No. It's literally. This is literally. I mean, I almost feel like it has not been hyped enough how serious this one is. This is literally the end of an era for a country. Like, it either gonna reboot itself with this election, or this is the end of an era. Like, literally the end. Like, there's no way in hell I wanna, if it go any other way than the way it should go, there's no reason I need to be here anymore other than my family. That's it. I mean, and of course that's important. That's everything. But I'm like, man, please, what the hell? Why would I want to be in this situation? Like, figure out a way to be abroad and mostly be abroad. Like, just gotta figure it out, y'all. And I recommend that to other people. I mean, you know, we do travel here, we do vlogs, and I promote the expat culture, the nomad, digital nomad, all of those words that go with that state of mind. I'm with it. I'm for it. I support it. And we show you the way to do it. We show you through my travels, and even recommend other people's channels that have done way more travel than I am. But I will be right there with them when I get these funds, right? Because y'all gonna support the channel. We're gonna get that monetization nation. We're gonna get strong up in here. We're gonna get strong, yeah, with a K. Strong, you know what I'm saying? With a K, like a K for a certain lady who, yeah, represent. Not 3Ks. We don't do 3Ks. No, just one. We don't vote for 3. We vote for 1K. I'm gonna say that again. We don't vote for 3Ks around here. We voting for 1K, and we already did it. Represent. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, see how I do that? I ain't even talking about politics. We just talking. We just saying words and letters and things. You know, if you're woke, then you got it. If you're not, then your ass still sleep at the wheel. You're gonna go off the road. You're gonna crash. I'm not gonna be with that crash. I'm telling you, not with the crash. I'm with the, let's keep moving. Let's keep going. Let's get better. Let's just, man, there's so much health. There's so much stuff on the horizon, so much creativity, you know. Oh, man, I'm feeling myself going back into it. Okay, I got one more thing, and I'm going to be done with all this stuff. But it's like people loving movies and loving shows, right? Georgia has this tax incentive, and that is the reason why the film business is here. And this is still ONYXCON content, because we have to do a show, if you didn't know, called The Business, BIZNESS. And I recently did an episode for The Business, matter of fact. And I was talking about, if you haven't seen it, it's a really good one. I was talking about my theory for why I know what might be the next upcoming live action Cyberpunk 2077 film or TV show or whatever it's going to be. Cyberpunk 2077. I did a whole episode of what we call ONYXCON's The Business right here. You can see it right here. If you look within the last 5 main posts, not shorts, not lives, just regular feed, main feed, you'll see it. And it's got pretty decent numbers considering how things tend to move kind of slow, but once something catch fire, it gets that momentum, we start getting them numbers. It's over a little bit over 100, which is great for us. I know that for somebody who already balling, already got millions of followers or hundreds of thousands, you know, already the algorithm loves you, then that don't sound like much. But for us, for how we roll, I know I've seen that pattern before. Once you get up like 100, okay, dang, look back in a month or so, it'd be 200. Oh, snap, now it's 3. Oh, it's 5. Oh man, we got our first 1,000 on that. And before you know it, it turned into one of our videos like House in the Park, which is one of our ONYXCON Outdoors Worldwide videos, you know what I'm saying? Outdoor events and everything else related. Everything else related. The rest of nature, hiking, fishing, events, travel, okay, the vlogs, all that goes up under there. And yeah, like, yo, when I tell you, it's a beautiful thing. Like, you look back and you say, man, that video is 10,000 views. Wow, that's beautiful. And like I say, this ain't major numbers for somebody who's already got a monetized channel that's been doing it for years, kicking it hard, been getting checks in the mail. We ain't them yet. We're going to be them. Thanks to y'all, the Monetization Nation. Much respect. Thank you. Thanks for the thumbs up in the building. I see y'all. I see y'all showing love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I see y'all. But, yeah, so back on topic, what I was saying about the business, like, you know, we almost lost the entire Georgia film business because of people who were pushing that other agenda, all that other nonsense, all that, you know, no love for the arts, shut down the arts, defund the art. What are you talking? You defund the what? Are you out of your damn mind? Those folks who were talking that stuff almost killed that in Georgia. That is a multi-billion-dollar benefit to the whole economy of the entire state. So when folks outside the metro Atlanta area who tend to vote the other way were supporting that nonsense, fool, do you realize, like, you're all benefiting off of what Atlanta's doing? You need to back on down and show some love. Like, you need to just get with the program or shut up. Because, like I said, you sleep at the wheel, you're going to go off the road. You're going to crash. We're not crashing with you, though. We're not going back. All right, that's all I got for y'all. I'm going to leave that alone. Oh, I'm going to leave that alone. But, yeah. Before I get off here, I got to make sure I say, and I wasn't prepared to do a proper full episode about this, so I wasn't going to be, you know, because I would need my notes and everything to give credits to this man's legacy and history and his timeline. But I will still say, I have to say, rest in peace. Rest in eternal creativity to Brother Quincy Jones, the absolute legend. Mr. Quincy Jones made his transition today. And if you don't know who Quincy Jones is, kiddos, I say that respectfully, but I know how y'all can be. A lot of y'all just, you know, it ain't your fault. It's a lot of things. It's the parenting or lack thereof. You know, no daddies in the house, not no real mamas, not no, just folk ain't really on their job. They don't be teaching their kids what the past is and what came before. And, well, that music you love, well, there's a sample there. And that sample came from, no, it didn't come from that rapper. That rapper sampled Quincy Jones, and that's where it started, you know. Oh, and even Mr. Jones had influences. So you got to get into jazz, or where does jazz go? And you got to get into the blues, and you got to go past the blues, and where's the blues? You got to go all the way back to the motherland. You got to go back to Africa every time. If you're talking human experience, you're going to somehow tie this. All roads lead back to the mother. All roads lead back to the mother. And that's no discredit to the entire human family. We are one. But we ain't going to never not respect the mother. Not at ONYXCON. We're going to respect the mother. That's period. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Quincy Jones, y'all. Absolute legend. Much respect to Quincy. He wasn't no spring chicken, as they say. My brother was, I think they said 91. So that's a hell of a full life, especially for a black man in America dealing with any. I mean, he had a very, you know, varied experience and was able to overcome poverty and be a very wealthy and prosperous man. But, you know, it ain't promised, and he was able to accomplish it. So he is an absolute legend. Yeah, an absolute legend, y'all. An absolute legend. So, yeah, shout out to Brother Quincy Jones. Much respect to his family. Condolences. I know there's going to be some huge, when I tell y'all there's going to be some huge music celebrations in honor of his life, that he's one of them ones going to inspire that. I already know. I don't know, from BET to TV One to, I mean, Usher is still out here doing concerts. I know he going to just show out because Usher knew him and knows everybody in the music biz and was influenced by everybody he was influenced by or whose careers he affected. We talking Michael Jackson is who he was because, especially, you know, Quincy Jones's influence in producing his albums. Some of his, I mean, he produced Thriller, freaking Thriller. I mean, you ain't got to say nothing else after that. Like, come on. You know, add that to your Halloween history for all y'all doing the Thriller dance and don't really know the full history of that album, and not just that one track, but that album. The concept, the power and the brilliance of Quincy Jones. Look him up, kids. All my grown folk my age, all my OGs, y'all know what it is. We've been knowing. So much love, much respect. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all vote tomorrow, all right? Because we are not going back. It's serious. Peace. Protect the arts. Art life. ONYXCON. Let's go.